see that? Now, this is after I put the alternator on. Because I hate when people show you videos and they never show you the end result. But look, I put the alternator on and I'm showing y'all, look. Yeah, Mr. Pyrex, I do this, right? I ain't new to this, I'm true to this, right? Now you can turn it off. Right? Now listen to me. The first thing y'all need, 2008 Ford Escape XLT. Any alternator on any vehicle that's in front of the car. But for me, it just so happened to be a 4-wheel drive 2008 Ford Escape. Right? And you gotta love America, right? So, right, this the first thing I recommend for y'all, right? This the first thing I recommend. You gotta take the battery out, right? Right, the first thing y'all need to do is unloose the battery, right? You're gonna need an 8mm to take the battery out, right? And listen to me, when y'all take them alternators out and put them in, scream Pyrex, right? But y'all see me, I got my tools in here, and every mechanic should have some gloves. Shout out to JD Gloves. You feel me? Every mechanic should have some gloves. But the first tool you gonna need to take this battery loose, you need an 8mm like this. Or you could use any 8mm socket, but I prefer this one right here, the 8mm. Right? That's what I use to get the battery off all that, right? Second thing you're gonna have to do. First thing you do is disconnect the battery. Don't kill yourself, right? Second thing you're gonna have to do, right? After you disconnect the battery, second thing I want you to do, right? Second thing I want you to do. Y'all see them tools? Yeah. All young men, old men, buy some tools. Right? I ain't mean for y'all to fade to black, but I had to, you know, these gloves is good too. Straight from Lowe's. Get it in, right? Now listen to me. Listen to me. Just for y'all thinking I ain't, you know, doing it for real. Here go the old alternator. Here go the old alternator. Right there. This the old alternator. That's the old alternator, right? Now, the second thing I need y'all to do after y'all take the battery apart, you don't got to jack the car up. You don't got to take the tire off. You don't got to take the CV axle off. You don't got to do none of that shit that the mechanics doing. I'm going to show y'all an easy way, right? You come down here to the splash guard, right? Y'all see that? You come down here to the splash guard. You take the splash guard off. That's at the bottom of your vehicle. You take the splash guard off with a 10mm and an 8mm, right? Now, the third thing I need y'all to do, right? After you take the splash guard off, right? I need you to look down in there. Look down in there, right? Now, I got the tape on there because you see the wires right there, they be hanging. And you don't want the wires to hit that belt. Now, the second thing you're going to need, you ain't got to loosen the belt all the way up. But loosen the belt up, right? And what I use to loosen the belt up is this. My torque bar. You see that? I use that to loosen the belt up right there. And you see this? It's stretched, right? You take that right there. You put it in there. You loosen that belt up, right? But just take the belt off the alternator, right? You're gonna need one of them. This is a 3/8 drive or 3/4 drive, whatever y'all want to call it, right? the devil, y'all. He ain't want me to win. Now, guess what else you need? Now, after y'all loosen that belt up, right? Don't take the belt all the way off now. Don't be no fool. Just take it off the alternator or the AC compressor, right? Next thing you're going to have to do after you take the splash guard off, you can see through here. Y'all see the vehicle? Y'all see the vehicle? Y'all see this little right here? After you take that splash guard off in the top, you come through here, you can see everything. You can see everything. You can see the 2 bolts in the alternator, which is a 15. You can see the top bolt in the alternator, which is a 15, right? And it's gonna be a struggle getting that top bolt off and in. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. So when you put the new alternator back in, put the first bolt at the top end first. Then do the bottom bolts, right? All 15s. Drop the alternator, right? Because it's just gonna drop. After you drop the alternator, you're going to have to remove the AC compressor. But that's just what? A 13, 14, right? Mine was a 13. Some people should be 14, right? Because I done worked on Ford Escapes where they was 14 millimeters. So I'm not just going to tell you a 13. I'm going to say 14 too. After you take the 13, 14, get that motherfucking AC compressor out. Move that AC. Listen. Just unloosen the 3 bolts from the AC compressor. Drop the AC compressor, just gonna drop. When the AC compressor drop, the alternator gonna drop out that bitch. When the alternator drop out that bitch, you in there like swimwear. Then I need for y'all to put the new alternator back in there, right? That's the old alternator, right? You put look, this how it go though. It go like this when you put it in. When you slide the alternator back in, it go like this. It go like this, because this where the belt gonna go. This where the top bolt gonna go. That's where the bottom bolt. Now, to take this off, you're gonna need either a 10 through 14 to take that off. Then you slide, listen, when you unbolt all these bolts and the alternator drop, then you can see this, the plug, the negative cable. This is the negative, this the positive, right? This the negative, this the positive now, right? Take the positive off, let that hang, then put the negative, take the negative off. You feel me? Now, to take the negative off, all you do is take a flathead screwdriver right here. Take a flathead screwdriver and bam! Put the flathead screwdriver right here and just he coming up. Slide the new alternator in. Make sure when you slide the new alternator in, you put them plugs in first. You hear me? Put the positive and negative plugs in, then start working those screws in, but make sure you got a friend with you because that alternator heavy as hell when you underneath the car. Or you can have a jack. If you got a jack, you put the alternator on the jack and jack the alternator up all the way to the screws. Put the first screw in first. Look, let me show y'all how tight it is in this bitch. Look.